by the Tap the Potential team. Today, you've got myself, Kaitlyn. I am the sales and marketing team lead, as well as the How to Hire the Best strategist, as well as Melissa Kay, our lead strategist and chief dream officer of our Tap the Potential program. Melissa, so great to have you here for part 2 of You Love Your Business, but it's just taking too much from you. So excited to dive in to this piece.
Thank you, Caitlin, for being here today. And I just want to say if you did not listen to last week's episode, you're going to want to hop over and listen to the last episode. It's 416 so that this episode makes sense.
And it gets you started on the right foot, right? Because we all go into business, and at some point, it starts to take over your life. And so, if you're wondering why that happens and what we're seeing day to day, head on over to part 1, and then we will, without further ado, roll on into part 2. So, we really wanted to give you a behind the scenes of the Better Business, Better Life group coaching program. And that's why, Melissa, it's just so incredible to have you here today to talk us through what are we seeing inside of the program. So why don't we start there? Tell me about a client you've watched really change. What was happening before and what's different now?
Yeah, first I want to start with like what it's like when you first come in. Um, One of our clients said it perfectly. She said, I'm no longer on a lone island. And I relate to this so much. Right now, you and I are actually working on launching our little side gig on my art, right? And I feel like I am in a complete silo. I am so frustrated because I'm trying to figure out so many different things and you're helping me, right? But as the visionary of it, it's so hard to really pull this off because I'm looking at all of the little details, like I'm so in the weeds and how does this affect that? And I just struggle with pulling myself out of my head. It's so funny because we say like I needed Melissa to try to figure out how to launch my own business. Like I wish I could join. Um,
Yeah, but you're emotionally charged, right? Like this is your baby. You're passionate about this. You're ready to serve. You're ready to amplify a message that has carried you through your entrepreneurial journey. So you're emotionally driven. And that emotion is needed as the business owner, but sometimes it starts to cloud your judgment when you start to work on your business.
and that's what we see. So many business owners, like we're just doing all the things in the business. We're working a lot of hours. We don't know what it's like for other people. We don't have anyone to talk to. Maybe, we don't have a whole lot of a network or people at home to talk to that really get it. Um, so we're just really grasping at straws every day. It feels so good to come into a room of cheerleaders, people that want to support you, who are rooting for you, who will give you tough love, tell you like it is, but also hold you accountable as you're figuring things out, right? And it doesn't even matter what kind of business they have. It could be totally unrelated to your business. It doesn't have to be in the same industry. Just being in the room with like-minded people that get you, understand your struggles, like you're going through the same things. If you haven't, likely you will at some point, so you've already got a heads up on knowledge on what to do before you get there. And it is just an amazing feeling. It's just a supportive community on the inside, and you know that people are there because they want you to succeed.
Absolutely. And that to me is what feels like it's the heart of what we do at Tap the Potential. Seeing clients learn from one another in a safe and supportive environment, being validated through the experiences of others helps you. Think about the last time you worked through a challenge in your business and imagine what it would feel like if somebody has been there, been through the school of hard knocks, and can give you an out of the box idea that can help unstuck you, break you through. And so many come to us saying that this community, it's like business therapy because we are all in this together. We're all in this journey together, and it may look different and we may have different businesses, but that's what makes all of this so much stronger, is because we have different perspectives. We have different ways that we lead our businesses. But together there's a through line that we all want to design sustainably profitable businesses that help us to grow and do things inside of our own personal lives with our families, um, that just help us accomplish the success. That's why we built our businesses, right?
Yeah, really early on, what we identify is there's so many things that we're doing in our business that we don't have to. So usually we can drop about 80% of what you're doing, and you can work less hours and actually achieve better results. And those things right there alone make a massive impact. But it's hard for you to figure out how to navigate that yourself. And we have just spent years, and 20 years to be exact, really honing in on what works. And when we share our results, which are unheard of, 95% of our clients are achieving the promised results. But Kaitlyn, it's unbelievable. 716% more time off. I think it's actually higher than that. One of our clients recently graduated after 3 years, and I calculated the amount of hours that she has saved. She's actually increased the time away from work by 1,000 hours from the time she started. Imagine how much more time that is with your family to just get back. And now, this is not us, this is our clients doing the work inside the program. We just give you the framework to do so. It's a proven process. So you're no longer putting out fires, you're looking at higher level things that you can resolve and having a strategy around that. We help you determine, like, here's what you should focus on first, because so many times, think about how many times you've actually gained an hour in your week that you didn't think you had because someone canceled a meeting, and or whatever the situation might be, and then you're kind of looking at your desk thinking, oh, well, now I've got this extra hour, and what am I supposed to be working on? That happens so often. And we just give you that plan and we take out the thinking for you. So we're there to support you through that. Okay, so you asked what I'm seeing and what clients are experiencing. So I want to first share that this is proven results based off of our client feedback. So if you're taking the Better Business, Better Life assessment, then that gives us a starting point on where you are in your business when you start working with us. So I'll share, if you have not taken the assessment, do it, because it's going to help you understand what you need to be working on your business. So you can just pop over to tapthepotential.com/assessment. And then Kaitlyn will just get on the phone with you if you would like. No pressure there at all, but she'll tell you what exactly you need to be focused on. And it'll tell you how burned out you are in your business and really identify some things to work on. So you take that assessment, and then there's a couple of other assessments that you take when you first start working with us, and we determine how many hours you're working, how much revenue you're making. Then we take a look at how much profit you're actually making, right? And before you enter into group every other week, you're filling out a form to track those results. So I'm asking you, how much time have you taken off in the past 2 weeks? What are your profit first allocation percentages? All of those things, we're asking you those questions, and we're saying, how might we support you today? So we take all of that data that you're giving us, and not only is it a way for us to help you in your business in a way that you ensure that you're getting a very high return on your investment, we're using those metrics to say, are we doing what we promise you that we are doing? So there's no dispute there. I never go to bed at night thinking, okay, did I serve our clients today appropriately? I go to bed hearing excitement because I was able to take one day off last week and do this with my kids. Or I was able to go on a date night with my spouse. Unbelievable results. So I'm just going to go through a few. And the reason why I'm sharing these two is I hope that it gives you hope and inspires you that no matter what you're going through in your business today, there is hope. And we know that you started your business because you love it. And most of us, though, end up just getting burned out because we don't have the solutions at the higher level that we need. And we need somebody to kind of come in and think strategically with us. So one of our clients that comes to mind really was working very, very, very long hours and wasn't taking time off and just managing all of the things himself. And he worked so hard over the past few years, and now he has amazing team members, an executive assistant to come in and check email and help him with calendaring. And he just took a couple of weeks off, fully unplugged. And I remember, I think it was about a year ago, he was like, Melissa, I'm listening to the podcast and I'm not one of those that's getting the results. And I'm like, yes, you are. Just trust the process. Just trust the process. And that is such an amazing celebration because, you know, in the last episode, we were talking about how you miss out on that family time. And now I'm just so thrilled that he gets to experience that. And we're going to keep digging in deeper and just making it more and more. Another one of our clients came in and just could not take any time off work. And her business is booming. And she's so amazing. And it just lights me up every time I see her. And I just want to give her more time, right? And for a while it was a struggle. But, you know, a couple weeks ago, one of her team members came in to my office hours. And that's part of our program as well. And she came in and she said, I have 3 quarterly goals and I need help with this one thing. And I said, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Who assigned you 3 goals for this quarter? And I knew the answer. She goes, well, I did. And I said, no, we're going to pick one. And the funny thing is, the business owner told her before she came into office hours exactly that. Well, that's she knew that was coming. So we picked one goal, and just to see her team member, and she's not the only one that comes to us in our leadership boot camp and coach approach and is able to come into office hours. I love seeing these team members light up and get excited about their role and watching them grow in their career. And it's such an amazing thing to just see how that lightens the load for business owners. And
amazing. It's amazing. And that's why I love How to Hire the Best and the way that we support our team. So just to piggyback off of what you're sharing, we have a client that we've been working with for a couple of years now. And when she came in, we really focused on culture. How do we plant the seeds for your culture so that you can design a team that's high performing, a team that, I think in a lot of business owners' words, this would be that want to get on the bus with us. And when she came into our program, there was a lot of overwhelm. There was overwhelm and, well, I don't know how to hire right. I have hiring PTSD. What do I do? And then 2, I have team members that want to grow with me, and I don't know what that looks like. What I love seeing, Melissa, is when we tag team and we work together and we get business owners to a place where they're unstuck, clear, strategic, and now we're building strategic thinking partners. We have team members who are intrinsically motivated. They know what their KPIs are. They know what's expected of them, and they're going above and beyond that. We're supporting them and helping them build their own leadership skills and coaching skills. And now they're taking on projects themselves. They build systems without having the supervision of a business owner because they have the 2 of us to get in there and workshop it with them and hold their hand and provide accountability and support. in a way that I think we all strive for, that we all want to see possible in our business. And that's what I love to see. I love to see team members owning systems, creating roles that really support the sweet spot of the business. And my favorite part is when someone has like a light bulb moment and they come in and they say, "Oh, I had this conversation, this challenging conversation with a team member, and we troubleshooted, we worked through it, and we were able to provide solutions to the business owner and say, hey, look at what we were able to solve. We want to invite you into this." So my favorite part about what I see inside of the program is that next level. It's really digging into building it your lean and mighty team, and to have the support of three strategists that are in the trenches with you, and taking a holistic approach. It's just where all the magic happens.
It is. I tell you, one of my favorite stories, and I'll only share a small part of it here today, is one of our business owners came in about 4.5 years ago. We worked together for 4 years, and I remember when he first came in, he was so overwhelmed and burned out and down. And we made these big, hairy, audacious goals that were like impossible, it seemed. And we accomplished our goals. And he, our final call when he came in, it was so hard. I showed up in tears. I think maybe he was teary eyed as well. And it's like, I felt like I was losing my baby brother, you know, like we'd been in this together for so long. And he got on the call and he said, "Melissa, you did it." And I'm like, "No, you did it." Like, together we really worked hard. And I just remember in the beginning, I was just in tears then too, because I thought, how am I going to help? And the biggest takeaway, I believe, was the moment that he said, "I have hope again."
Mm.
And that just turned the world around. Like, that changed everything. To give someone hope, to feel like they can have a life, is why we exist, because we all know what it's like when you don't have that. And that's what motivates us, and that's what moves us forward. And we never stop trying to serve you and help you reach your goals and better and more efficient. Like, we're always there for you. And we work with you inside the group coaching program. So you've got your community that you have for support, and then you can come for spot coaching. Like, I will hop on a spot coaching call if we need to get you unstuck, but also if we need to take a deeper dive that maybe we don't want to do in group. And that's a rare opportunity, you know, in a group coaching style program, but we do that because we serve the heck out of our clients. The other thing is you have office hours with Dr. Sabrina, with myself, with you, and How to Hire the Best. And How to Hire the Best is a part of the group coaching program. So we're going to make sure you get the right team members in and support you in creating a beautiful system to retain those A players once you get them in your door. So we're here to just love on you and make sure that you are no longer doing this alone. Make sure that you fall in love with your business again. And that's just our mission. And we would love to see you on the inside. We only have 2 spaces left in our group coaching program until someone goes into our alumni program. And what we're seeing in the alumni program is that they're able to take time off work fully unplugged. So that's where you're getting to that, you know, vacation time. So there's actually criteria that we are measuring ourselves on to make sure we're supporting you with all of our promises. So once those spaces are filled up, then we just go on a waiting list until someone actually goes into the alumni program. So Kaitlyn, I just want to share, if you're on the fence here,
Mm-hmm.
and you are thinking like, maybe now's not the best time. Maybe I'll wait, you know, maybe I'll wait a couple of months. Maybe I'll wait till next year. You are never going to be fully ready to jump in.
Mhm.
What is it going to cost you to wait?
And think about that.
What will it cost you to wait? I don't need you to fix anything in your business before you show up. I just need you to dedicate to me 5 hours a week. And that includes all of our group time. That includes our coursework. That includes our spot coaching time, our office hours. It's all built in. I have actually, for years, honed in and really identified how many hours it's going to take you to give. So if you give us 5 hours a week, we can give you your life back. So, how does someone, there's no pressure, take the assessment, reach out to Kaitlyn and see if this might be right for you so that you get one of those two spots. Kaitlyn, how does somebody get in contact with you?
So you'll head on over to tapthepotential.com and book your call with me. And I would say, from my perspective, if you're on the fence, if you're listening to this episode and it's resonating, I want you to think about where you want to be a year from now. What do you want to be celebrating? What do you want to be experiencing? Where do you want your business to be? And what do you want to be doing in life outside of business? Everything that you've thought about, when Melissa asked, what will it cost you to wait? It doesn't have to be there. So go ahead and book your call. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about the right fit for you. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Kaitlyn. Thank you, everyone.